you, Tammy Sue Bakker. And
Yes.
we've got an amazing show today.
Hi
and
there.
We have a guest celebrity here with us.
We do.
John Woodall.
Celebrity guest.
John,
It's good to see you.
good to have you here, John.
It's been a little while, hasn't it?
It
Yeah,
has been.
John is in behind the scenes, and he needs to be on the show more because he's really, I call him our news director because he's researching news all the time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Nonstop.
news breaking, so we want to do this today. We are the Revelation generation.
Yes.
And today, part of today's program is going to be the beginning, and then
good.
next week, I'm going to take you from now to the rapture
Yes.
in Revelation. It's just a few chapters, which can I say it's later than you think?
Yeah.
Right.
Because it is, and this is part 2 of the video series that we've been doing
Yeah.
Yes.
that I want you to get in, and it starts today with from now to the rapture.
So we have part 1, right,
Yes.
Marcella? And then now
Yes.
part 2.
That's right. We have part 1 for a $25 donation, or you can now get the part 2 for a $25 donation, but we want to make it easy. So if you want both of the series, you can receive both for a $40 donation, and that includes the shipping and handling.
John, what do you have in weather news today about what's going on?
You know, there is so much that's been taking place within the weather that we've already seen this year. Right now, as we speak, they're talking about severe weather outbreaks forecast for the south, including threats of intense tornadoes. So that's coming as we are currently speaking. And just recently, we also saw in AccuWeather the biggest total from record-shattering snowstorms
Wow.
tops 50 inches. As a matter of fact, 52 inches in the Laramie Range has taken place. I know we have...
Where is that?
That in Wyoming, yes. Very
Wow.
good. So they've been, even in Cheyenne, they saw over 3 feet of snow.
Wow.
So we are seeing record-breaking snow, seeing weather patterns taking form right now over the south. So it seems like we're going from one to the next right now.
Yeah, it's
Rick
extreme.
Joyner told us when those extremes
That's
come,
right.
these are the warnings. And this is where we are.
Yeah.
And these are the signs of the next event after
right.
the 4 horses of the apocalypse, which they've been riding, believe me.
Yeah.
And that 4th horse, my Lord, that's the COVID-19. God's trying to wake us up.
That's right.
And today I just want to share a little bit, and then Frank Davis is going to share a word with us too, live from his factory.
Yes.
Okay. So, John, any other thing about the weather? The 6th seal is opening, and many things are about to happen that go with weather. That's why I was asking you today.
Well, matter of fact, Denver has seen 27 inches of snow at their international airport. Nebraska has seen historic conditions right now, 19 inches of snow that has taken place there. So all across like kind of the northern Midwest right now, we're seeing large amounts of snow, whiteout conditions in some places. I know we're seeing volcanoes taking place in diverse places, as well as earthquakes, which I know we're going to get to those here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But there is, honestly, in the news right now, there are conditions happening that the Bible has depicted for thousands of years.
Yeah.
We just, within the past few weeks, have seen New Zealand have a cluster of major earthquakes. I'm
Yeah.
surprised we haven't seen more tsunami warnings or anything like that there, but they had several 7.5s followed up by a 8.1, and just continuously 6.5, 5.5, on down into the 4s. But
Yeah.
for a good week or so, that whole area has been shaking. And right now, just in the Bering Straits, right off the coast of Russia, we're seeing a cluster of earthquakes take place there. So it seems to be going from one end of the spectrum to the other.
Okay. We're going to talk today about the 6th seal, and this is where we are now. This is what's next, people.
Yes, it is.
But let's go to Revelation chapter 6, verse 12. And I'm not going to go deep into this today, but next week I'm going to. You guys cleared some time,
Yes,
right,
we have. Absolutely.
Marcella?
Yes, yes, we want your teaching. Absolutely.
So we got some time for
Yes,
next
we
week.
do.
And also next week, we have Steve Quayle back on the show. Why would I invite Steve Quayle? He just was on a week ago or so.
Yeah.
But because this crisis is
Yes.
now.
Right.
And what he has to say is so powerful
That's right.
that he has more information. He's coming back. All right, quickly, Revelation 12, 6:12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal. Okay? These are the seals, as the Bible seals, we call it, And lo, there was a great earthquake. I want to make sure this is on the screen for you. This was a great earthquake. And that word great is mega in the Greek, means mega. Being prophetic, I shake inside when I say certain things. I know,
Right.
just like, But mega, this is not a normal earthquake. This is next, people. And I beheld when he opened the sixth seal that the scrolls had a seal on them. So he's opening this up and revealing it to John. And lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and like blood, and for nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, the Bible says. In the Revelation or Matthew, actually 24 also says the same thing.
Yeah.
The earthquakes and all. And so, but it says there earthquakes in diverse places in Matthew. And I want people to understand where we are.
Right.
And King James, sometimes if you don't study it, it's like the word divers. Anybody who knows English knows diverse means many. But not always. I mean, it's not the way we talk. Or we're going out and go to diversity places.
Right,
We
right.
don't say that.
No.
But this means a lot of earthquakes. John, have we had a lot of earthquakes?
Absolutely. A matter of fact, just last week, I think you were talking about Iceland has seen over 20,000 earthquakes take place there. And experts...
In just a few weeks, few days?
Yes. And
Thousands.
experts are concerned over that volcano exploding.
Do you know, I used to keep track of the numbers of earthquakes, and I'll probably be reading them some more. But, I mean, there were just a few hundred, and then a few thousands.
Yeah.
And now
Year by year
there's...
by year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, all at once there was thousands of
Yes.
earthquakes in one spot.
Right.
And it's happening all over the world, like
All over.
Alaska and everywhere.
Yes.
It's going on. So let me go on here. So this is the Revelation generation.
Yes, it is.
So let's roll this special news piece. What happens if the mega earthquake hits California tomorrow?
That's
wow, is that
something.
powerful?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Absolutely.
And Steve Quayle is going to be here next week talking more about and showing shocking things.
Yeah.
He is so stirred by this. He believes, like I do, that we're in the last days. We're in Revelation, and we're in chapter 6, and I've just been reading to you verse 12. I got so much to do on today's show that I need to go along. But back at verse 12, and suddenly there was a great earthquake. People, that great earthquake is coming. It's time for us to prepare and be ready
Yeah.
to have your food storage, to have your water storage. He mentioned the water storage in this piece.
When you
That's
just
right.
heard this video, what did he just said? He says the access to fresh water will be difficult. And this is why, Dad, we have been so passionate about equipping our partners with tools and resources to make sure that your families are prepared. You know, something this simple, this
Yes.
technology, and it's not simple, it's an amazing technology that has been created that we have been able to offer for many years But I hope that you guys take advantage of this. And we have put together an offer which has 6 of the Extreme. This filter right here, this is the Extreme filter. This is the one that you want to have in times of natural disasters. You can literally take this bottle, keep it with you in your vehicles, in your car, and you can take this water and filter out dirty water from ponds, from toilets, wherever it may be.
Well, you know, people can use their rain barrels.
Yes.
But the thing is, you can't drink out of a rain barrel. It has wigglies in it and squigglies and you know, infectious things that could hurt you. But you take from the rain barrel, you take this and you can filter it and make pure drinking water. These little drinking, but I've studied this for decades, really. And this is the bottom line.
This is as simple as it gets right here. This is the bottle. You go, you put water in here, and this is the key. This technology right here, always remember to take off that sticker so that the water will filter. But this filtration system can truly save lives. And you've been preaching this. We need water to survive, folks. We have to have ways, and God has created technology to help us be prepared for the days that we're living in. But the Watchman has been saying, the scientists are backing up the Watchmen, and they're saying it's not if, but it's when. So we are calling on you to sound the alarm and to prepare your family today.
Get your preparedness all together. I mean, we're sitting right here in a lot of weather as we tape this broadcast, and I'm going to tell you, I mean, I'm into preparedness, always have been, and these are one of the most excellent tools. And that's what we always do, is provide you with tools so you can get prepared.
We're facing God's judgment. God's judgment is going to come on wicked cities and wicked states and wicked people that have mocked God. But God's people are going to be in those cities and in those areas. So they need to be ready. They need to be prepared very, very, very much. Now, I have another B-roll that I wanted to run, and I want you to know, what if a volcanic apocalypse would happen tomorrow?
Wow.
Let's look at this.
Wow,
that is so powerful.
It really
We had
is.
we talked about volcanoes recently with Steve Quayle.
Yes.
And I keep saying now he's going to be here in about a week. So watch every day.
Oh, yeah.
We have guests that
Amazing guests.
nobody gets the guests that we get on our show
the best.
because they come here knowing we're going to give them the time to talk.
That's right.
And, you know, this is my day. I get to talk today because every once in a while you all give me some time to talk. So I get to teach a little bit. And I'm going to be teaching in the next few weeks too. From now to the rapture, where is it take place? And it's just a short period of scripture that we're going to be talking about to right up to the rapture. So you'll know when it's the signs of from now to the rapture.
That's right.
So
good.
we talked with Steve Quayle about the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. and had several volcanoes that could become active at any moment. He shared also with us an article and a video clip with us about Antarctica and the volcanoes that were discovered under the ice in 2013. What if those volcanoes started erupting? Let's watch this clip that came from Steve Quayle. Wow. The last part of chapter 6, where we are right now, where we're telling you we're moving out of the horses to chapter 6, says every mountain and island was removed from its place. Did you see it says every mountain?
Yeah.
Volcanoes are something you don't get because we haven't seen them as much. We've seen them around the world, but when there's a great earthquake and volcanoes erupting, that's exactly what will happen. This whole earth is shaking right now. John tells us about the volcanoes in the news this week, right?
Yes.
And they're everywhere.
They're happening in many, many places.
And they're shaking.
Absolutely.
It's like a real warning. We need to do this. We need to be warned about this and all. This is revelation now. We are in it right now. So what can we do? Another thing you can do is to not only to prepare with water, but you need to prepare for natural disasters. You need to pray for volcano, earthquakes. but you need to prepare with food.
Yes.
Tornado season's upon us. Hurricane season will be right around the corner. You need to be prepared spiritually. I know myself, when I'm prepared for what's coming, I can handle it.
Yes.
But when it comes out of left field,
Yeah.
one day with a volcanic action around the world will put more junk, into the air.
Yeah, pollution and all.
Pollution. So prepare spiritually, physically, mentally. Our product offers, I'm at the point where we've been talking about, will we continue to offer food or not? Because the prices are going up.
Yeah, that's right.
But having food is going to be life and death. Having water is life and death. Marcella, what do we have today?
We have the Prepared Pantry, and this is the 60 mil buckets that we have available, and that is 13 varieties of food. A few things quickly that you will receive in it is the buttermilk pancakes,
Yay.
the black bean burger, cheesy broccoli rice, spaghetti marinara. I mean, we have worked decades fine-tuning it and making it the very best for you and your family. And these are up to 30 years of shelf life. And so we want you, if you have a larger group, if you have a larger family, we have these 6 Prepared Pantry buckets. All these offers that you're seeing on the screen right now, they include the shipping and handling. So that's 6 of the prepared 60 meal buckets. There are so many different options that we've put together on the website, jimbakkershow.com.
Right now, we're going to switch to our good friend, Frank Davis.
Hello, Morningside and Morningside Partners. I actually specifically asked Marcella if I could reach out and talk directly to the partners and let them know what I have decided to do. I have been looking for ways and means to support and help the ministry, have been all along. And one of the ways I felt I could do it was because we have at Lion Energy been facing these price increases based on raw materials, based on exchange rates, based on imposed duties on our product. I let them know that we were going to be forced to raise the prices, but that I would hold them for the month of March and enable them to try and move the product. The Safari ME is one of the hottest selling items in the country today in portable energy. We've had a hard time keeping it in stock. We had stock. I made an offer. I said, listen, take advantage of this while it lasts and go ahead. Well, I know they really didn't have the full time. I was a little late getting that offer to them. So it was probably only a couple of weeks that we were able to actually make that offer. But the response was very positive. And so I decided and shared this with Marcella just a couple of days ago. I said, listen, I'm happy with what's going on, and I'm happy actually to extend this for another month. So you can have this pricing. We have already increased this price to every other reseller, every other vendor. We have been forced to. But I look at it as my way to contribute to the success in the ministry and support Lori and Pastor Jim in their mission. Bottom line is we're going to extend these offers on the ME, the expansion pack, until the end of April. And then we definitely will have to increase the price. And I hope that you take full advantage of this, that you realize this is a phenomenal product at a phenomenal price, and it's never going to be the same again. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Know that I care about the ministry, I care about the bakers, and it's my way of trying to do whatever I can to support them and their ministry. We love you, we love the mission, we love Morningside, and we wish you the very best. God bless you. Thank you.
And welcome back to the program, Frank Davis Live. First of all, why did you develop the Lion Safari ME, which means more energy?
Well, basically it's an evolution, and we have some incredible engineers. This product the ME is by far and away the most powerful, the best portable energy storage unit in existence. It has so many unique features. One of the things that to me totally stands out, there's no other portable generator battery like this that charges so quickly. This unit plugged into a wall, you can charge from empty to full in 83 minutes. If you plug it into solar panels, 6 of them, it's just slightly longer than that. There is no other battery solar generator like this on the market. This is an evolution in terms of the technology, the development that puts us way ahead of the game compared to anything out there. The reason, Jim, that we're standing where we are, we're in my area of our facility where we do all the testing. Again, another thing that really separates us from anybody else in this space is every single unit that we ship out of here, when it comes in, we test it thoroughly so that when it's shipped out, the consumer, your partners have 100% assurance that it functions exactly the way it's supposed to. I have Mike with me here, and I'm going to walk you through briefly what we do. He will initially, it has a UPC code. He will scan that UPC code so that all the testing is attached to that, and we have a record of it. We've developed this particular testing type of equipment that you see right here. It's a proprietary trade secret. We've been even asked by our partners in China if we would share it with them, which we won't. But we've developed all of this testing equipment. This one particularly tests the output. This has approximately a 1,000 watt-hour output. And what he will do is test this in terms of, does it match exactly? I'm gonna share one thing with this. We've also tested virtually every competitive product on the market. And the one thing I can say with confidence is all of these come from, quote, China. That's where all the lithium-ion batteries are produced. We have never tested a product besides ours that actually matches specs. I use the adage that they have this rounding up philosophy. If they put on the label that is a 10,000 milliamp power bank, we test it and it's under 8,000. But people don't really understand that. When we do it, it goes out. If it doesn't match all the specs exactly, it goes back into production. This is really what sets us apart from anybody in this industry. Our testing, our quality control, and the quality of these products. This ME is a standalone product. There's nothing out there like it.
When you ship a unit to our partners, if they order one today, you have actually put it through all this test. Every single unit individually is tested to make sure it's up to your standard.
That's exactly right. I'm going to walk you over to the second part of the test that we do. After we test the unit in terms of its output, we bring it over here, and it has multiple outputs and inputs. You have your AC output, you have your DC output, you have all of the USB ports. What Mike is doing now, he's put all of these in at the same time, and so we have the outputs and the inputs, and it's testing. If this is supposed to be a 15 milliamp output, it's going to test to make sure it does exactly that. Then he tests it over on this machine, and simultaneously we are able to validate every single function of this piece of equipment in terms of its output, in terms of its input. If we're charging it, it has to charge at a certain rate. If we're charging it from a solar panel, it has to charge at a certain rate. He also scans it again so that all this data is attached to this particular machine. But to answer your question, every single unit that is shipped out to your partners goes through this testing procedure so that there is 100% assurance that product, when it's received, functions exactly as it is designed to function. And we obviously stand behind it, guarantee it, warranty it. Then the beauty about this, we also have the expansion battery. We test that along with it. He plugs it in the back of the unit. We test it to make sure that it has also the output that it's designed. And the combination of these two together give you 3,000 hours, watt hours of output. So what does that equate to? Basically, what we're saying is the beauty about this unit is anything you can plug into your wall socket at home, you can plug into this. If it has a much higher watt draw, it's going to last. It won't last as long, but you know, we have people who literally, we have a video of people that have actually run their entire house off the two of these together.
We have a B-roll, we call them, a video of the Safari more energy power unit running a whole cabin. Let's roll that, please, guys.
All right, so I'm going to try and walk you through as many things that are actually turned on as possible here. Actually, every single outlet in this house is currently powered on. You can see that we do have internet, the TV, the Fire Stick, which is providing, you know, the stuff that's on the TV. We also have my receiver down there for switching things around, and also the amplifier for my Bose 901 speakers up in the corners. We have lots of little gadgets in the house, like this thermometer gauge here, lots of little lamps, and all of my night lights and all that stuff is currently turned on as well. And you can see down here I do have my phone actually displaying the current used wattage, which is 944 watts at the moment, which means that my refrigerator compressor is working right now at about 400 watts. You can see that the refrigerator is turned on if I wanted to get ice. And then switch over to water. Everything is working completely normally. So you can see it does have electricity. My entire office is connected, my DSLR camera, my 3 LED beauty lights, you know, and video lights and stuff. You can see my laptop is turned on. And we are connected to the internet right here. Dual monitor setup. It's currently running 3 different external hard drives. 3 external hard drives are being run off that, and this is all sensitive equipment, which I completely trust to the pure sine wave inverter. But as you can see, life is completely normal as far as the electricity is concerned, and this is a lot of stuff, you guys. This is running a lot of individual items. And we're gonna see if we push this guy over the top by using this huge LG microwave. Here we go. We have cell phones charging, computers going, refrigerators, and the microwave for a 1-minute run. But that wraps it up, guys, and just to prove to you that everything is running off of this guy, now I'm gonna turn it off. So you can kind of see my whole house here. Here we go, I'm gonna push the button. There goes my entire house. Absolutely everything except the jetpack over in the corner, which runs our Wi-Fi, and that's because it has an internal battery. That's it. This is right in the middle of my living room. We don't have to worry about noxious fumes or gas or oil or leaks or anybody else hearing it. If you're in an off-grid situation and you don't want people to know you have, you know, this kind of thing, it's a lot quieter than a generator, and it's right here in the middle of my living room, and I think that's pretty darn cool.
That is powerful.
Incredible. That's what I wanted to see right
You know,
there.
2 of our best
That's
friends just
excellent.
bought 2
Yes.
of these mega energy.
That's right. These
units.
generators,
Yeah.
the more
These generators.
energy, the MEs we call
And
them.
but here, you he showed us how he was running everything, and that was
Yeah.
a big cabin. If he calls it a cabin,
Absolutely,
but that's a house.
Yes, he was using the Safari ME More Energy generator paired with the expansion battery. Together, those two units, which we have available right now, but those two units is what was powering his entire cabin. That was just, I mean, even for us who we have seen this product firsthand, but to see that testimony, that's what it's all about, to live life normally when you're in a natural disaster.
Okay, if they're interested, they need to go to the website.
Yes.
And we also have the possibility of financing
That's right.
for this unit.
Yes.
And, you know, our friends are buying this. It is it's the most powerful portable unit that we have.
Absolutely is. And it's fuelless generator. So this is the Lion Safari ME Generator Deluxe bundle. In this bundle, you're going to receive one of the unit right there, the Lion Safari ME Generator, one of the expansion batteries, along with the 100-watt solar panel, one Anderson cable, and, which I think this is amazing, the Safari ME EMP bag. So all of those items for a donation of $4,900 to the ministry. That is the Lion Safari ME Generator Deluxe bundle. That is an absolute amazing offer. This offer, like you said, Dad, it's only these last couple
EMP
hours.
bag is the the one that the bomb.
Yes, the
that shuts off all power. Airplanes fall out of the sky.
Yes.
All cars, basically, except really old ones, won't run anymore.
Yeah, the electromagnetic pulse.
That bag, if you keep your unit in that bag, it's just stored in there, really. But that will keep it from being burned out when the EMP bombs, if they ever come off.
Right.
So those who will just want to prepare,
That's right.
you need to do this today. I hate to say this, but the price of the unit is going up. The price of copper, I think you told me,
Yes.
Nana, is
Yeah, and actually, Frank, they communicated with me that up to 55% in 1 year, copper has increased.
Yeah.
So this is the type of inflation that we are seeing.
So, Frank, what's happening in the industry that's causing this inflation?
There's a couple of factors that have actually impacted the pricing. One of them actually, as you alluded to, like the EMP bag, has to do with the price of raw materials. Copper alone has increased 55% this last year. That EMP bag is literally 80–90% copper. So that's impacted it significantly. Some of the other raw materials have gone up significantly in the last little bit, just like you're seeing gasoline going up now. But the other thing is there has been a significant change in the exchange rate between the dollar and the Chinese currency, which it's significantly increased our price bringing the product in. We've had to adjust quite a bit, and candidly, our prices have gone up, and that's why we agreed to hold this price till the end of the month, but they have to go up. Everything just costs more. So, you know, this, as you have alluded to, there is nothing on the market like this. You know, what I found interesting, all the way back, we went through the Japanese tsunami, and what that did was wake up the industrialized world to say, hey, if this can happen in Japan, it can happen here. And people were, you know, really scrambling for any of the basics. I think, you know, Texas did the same thing here in the U.S. It kind of woke up and said, hey, you know something, this can happen to any of us. At any given time, we could be without power. And if it's in the middle of a winter storm or suffer, you know, people really suffered. I know, I'm sure you all have friends, neighbors, relatives that have people that went through that. I certainly do. And believe me, we were shipping goods as fast as we could to help people out down there. But it's just an indication that if it can happen there at any given time, it can happen anywhere. There is some time in all of our lives we are going to be without power. And when we're without power, you know, the basics, whether that be communication, lights, heat, cooking, we can't appreciate how tough that is until we go through it. This is a lifesaver and something that every single family should have if you care about your family and your well-being. And as you mentioned at the start of the show, Pastor, I used the phrase, if ye are prepared, ye shall not fear.
Wow.
Amen. It's good.
John was just reminding me, and just in Texas recently, millions of people were in the dark for weeks.
That's right.
And that's horrible.
Yeah.
The new financing option for the ME generator, could you quickly, because we're running out of time.
Sure. Well, the beauty about it, we have a partner we've aligned with called Affirm. And so what that is, when they go on the site to look at this, they will have an option right underneath the price they click on Affirm. And what that is, that gives them the ability, and candidly, it's a very easy process to qualify for it. We probably have at least 85% of people that apply qualify. What it is for 6 months, if they opt to take a 6 month, they can pay for that unit in equal payments over 6 months with 0% interest. But then they can go up to 2 years in paying that and get that payment down to where you're talking something very livable, $149, $150 a month, with an interest rate that's going to be significantly less than what they would have to pay on a credit card. So, it's a great option, especially when you're dealing in a higher price unit. Even to have the 6 months option to pay that over 6 months with paying 0% interest is a phenomenal option. And that's available. It's very easy. It's intuitive. And if they, we have people that can help walk them through that if they need help. But really, it shouldn't be a problem for anybody to just follow the application and then they qualify. It's just done. So a great option that we're happy to offer now for all the partners.
Call right now while we watch John and Mondo. Order. Do you call 1-888-988-1588?
Yeah, they can
go
call.
To the website.
They can go to the website, jimbakkershow.com. And remember, we have the Lion Safari ME Generator Kit Bundle. That's for a donation of $2,800. That includes the shipping and handling. In this, you're going to receive one of the Safari ME Generator units, one of the 100-watt solar panels, and the Anderson cord in that offer. Go to the website, jimbakkershow.com. But first, let's watch this generator spot with John and Mondo.
John Woodall and I want to demonstrate to you the brand new Lion Safari fuelless generator. Right away, you can see the display. For me, that's very important because you want to know how much battery life you have left.
And all you have to do is when you plug it in, you just simply turn on your outputs here, which actually activate these outlets.
Now, I want to demonstrate it. I'm just like a little boy. I want to demonstrate as we go along. But if you push that output on, you're going to see that immediately display turned on. Mm-hmm. Now, can you plug it in for us? And you're going to see that this is going to power the lamp.
Okay.
John, we also have a laptop.
Yes.
And I brought the cord, and you're going to plug that in there. And then you can plug that into the side on this side over here, and you're gonna see the laptop can be powered up as well. So we're charging right now my laptop, we're charging the iPad, and we got the light on all at the same time. And as you can see on the display, it's gonna show you the time that you have remaining for the unit to be charged once again. So the display is so important. Now, let's try this, John. Let's do the microwave. We are going to pop some popcorn. And if you want to hit the popcorn button, there it is. And that is being powered by the brand new Lion Safari fuelless generator. And right now, and I want to make it clear, we got the microwave going, we got the lamp on, and we're charging my iPad as we watch the PTL network. All this is going on at the same time. Now, the other thing that you want to do with it is if you want to plug in your solar panel,
Right.
then you can plug your solar panel, and while the sun is charging this unit, you can still be running your equipment. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct. And what I would recommend is when you order this, get it out, play with it, start testing things out like what we're doing.
And you can use this in your living room. You can use this in your kitchen. You can use it in your storage room. If you have an RV, if you're getting ready
Yeah.
to travel this summer. This is 45 pounds, by the way, 45 pounds that has handles on the side, easy to carry, easy to mobilize around your home.
As you were talking, we just finished making some popcorn here, and this is pretty amazing to see
look
that
at
we
that.
just
That's
cooked
hot.
some popcorn right here on our fuelless generator.
We want to offer you the package that is going to include the following. You're going to get the Lion Safari ME generator. You're going to get the 100-watt solar panel and one Anderson cable. But the big one is this one. This is the one that you really want. This is the Lion Safari ME fuelless generator, the deluxe bundle that includes the Safari ME base generator, that includes as well one Lion Safari 100-watt solar panel, one Anderson cable, one Safari Fansion battery that John is holding right here. This one right here, John, knocks it out of the park when
It's
you
amazing.
combine the power that is stored in here along with the power that is stored with the fuelless generator. What am I getting when I get this?
You are getting extra battery storage power so you can charge these up and be able to run your equipment a lot longer. So even if you're using power tools in a shed, you know you're going to need extra power for your tools, your lights, things like that. And that's, oftentimes an everyday use.
Our time is running out. We got to get back to the program immediately. But first, we want to show you how this ME Lion Safari fuelless generator powers a refrigerator. And as you can see, the refrigerator, the power is off. There's nothing in it. As I'm plugging it in, the power goes on. Did you see that?
I did.
I'm going to do it again. It turns it off. I turn it back on. The other thing I wanted to plug in, John, is this full-size washer. And this washer is probably on every home. I'm about to plug it in. And the moment I plug it in, but as you can see, it's being powered by the fuelless generator.
That's right.
Now, I want to remind you, we have the full-size washer going. We have the lamp plugged in. We have my iPad plugged in. And I want to tell you something. All this is being powered by this fuelless generator, the brand new Lion Safari ME fuelless generator. Now, this is the big one that we want to offer to you today. The Lion Safari Deluxe Bundle.
There you go.
You're going to receive one Safari ME generator, one Lion 100-watt solar panel, one Anderson cable to go along with your solar panels, and one Safari ME expandable battery, and one Safari ME EMP back. Do it today. You never know what's up in the horizon. You never know when you're going to need power and have the peace of mind while you're going through your crisis. Let's get back to our program.
Wow.
All right. Thank you, Mondo.
And John.
John. John's here with me.
That's right.
Marcella, we got to go. This is the last moment
That's
for
right.
people to order it if they want to. What do they do?
Yes, order it today at JimBakkerShow.com, where we have the Lion Safari ME Generator Kit bundle, and that's $2,800 donation to the ministry. This includes shipping and handling. You are going to receive one of the Safari ME More Energy Generator, one of the Lion 100-watt solar panels, and one Anderson cable. Included in this offer, we also have the Deluxe Bundle. This is a Safari Generator Deluxe Bundle. This is for a donation of $4,900 to the ministry. Shipping and handling is included. You'll receive one of the Safari ME Generator unit, one Lion Energy solar panel, the Anderson cable, and the expansion battery, which gives you up to 3 times more the power and storage. And of course, one of my favorites, the Safari ME More Energy EMP bag, all for a donation of $4,900. That includes shipping and handling, but we want to make it easy for you. So go to jimbakkershow.com where you can click right on the very front of jimbakkershow.com and you'll see all the packages that are available. And we also have financing options there as well.
Thank you, Marcella. Our time's gone. John, thank you for being with us today. Appreciate it so much.
Loved it.
And we're so happy to have Frank Davis here with us today live.
Yes.
We have to go. Call me, write me, go to the website, jimbakkershow.com.
Yes.
God loves you. Be ready. God loves you. He really does.
Bye-bye. We love you.